On our channel, we often show you a really high option and very expensive pickup trucks, but this video is different because right here, right now, I have the base work truck, brand new, all new 2023 Chevy Colorado. I'm gonna give you a walk around of this bad boy and show you what's available if you don't have a lot of money. These new trucks are going on sale very, very soon, February, March, April. So you'll be able to take delivery of one quite soon. And they start at just over $30,000, but this one also has four-wheel drive. So I'll show you a lot of the things that I like and also some things that I don't like. So first of all Colorados come as a crew cab with a short 5-foot 2-inch bed, but this one has been optioned a little bit. First of all, it does have a bed liner. It does have a fancy tailgate with a little storage compartment right here. So let's see, open it like this. So it does have some options. So this will not be the base one, because if it was base, the bed would be unlined, the tailgate little cubby wouldn't be here. So this one has a few options, and Chevy provided it for this first opportunity here in California. What I do love about it is that you do have still your foot step right here in the corner of the bed, so you can reach in and get everything from your work truck that you really want or need. So let's open the hood and I'll tell you about the power really quick. And this is my first chance to actually see it, be in person with it. I mean, the work truck. We showed you some of the other versions of it, including the new Desert Boss and the Trail Boss. But this is work truck stuff. So all of them have the same displacement engine, the 2.7 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged straight 4. Actually, for a 4-cylinder, that's kind of a large displacement. But they tell me, the engineers at GM are telling me that this engine was purely designed for this truck. They kind of put it in here and wrapped the truck around it. And in the work trim, it has just around 237, almost 240 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. So that's not a bad number for a basic mid-size pickup truck. And it does have some hardware differences, this version of it, the work truck version, from the other high output versions that they have. They have also the mid-grade engine, they call Turbo Plus, and they also have the high output version with way higher horsepowers and way higher torque numbers. But when you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is what you get. This is the kind of the basic powertrain you get. It's also maybe a little bit louder as far as insulation is concerned of the engine. So it may not have all the kind of the plastic components and all of the things that make the engine a little bit more quiet, like in some of the other models. So it's hard for me to show that to you now because I don't have a comparison engine. But then you also get Steelies. Pretty nice. Actually, I think the style of this wheel is quite good. And Wrangler, Goodyear Wrangler, these are the Fortitudes. So these are not territory tires, but still pretty decent all-around tire, I would say, kind of an all-season. Let's see, I don't have much experience with this tire, but it is, let's see, Mud and Snow, M&S. So it does kind of have all-season capability. Let's jump inside. I want to show you what's going on in there. So of course, pretty basic cloth seats and a lot of kind of grayish, I would say very similar tones. The seats have kind of maybe a slightly different tone, and there's some almost piano black material here on the center console. So I would say if it was me, I might want a little bit more splash of color, but look at the screens. So I have my large center screen, and I do have a digital screen in the center. I do have push button start. I do have in this one, it is a 4-wheel drive. I do have 2 high, 4 high, and automatic mode. So 4-wheel drive auto all wrapped into one, an 8-speed automatic. Every new Colorado has an 8-speed. This work truck has a slightly derated 8-speed, so it won't be able to handle all the torque you can throw at it. But you can also get the mid-grade engine and transmission in a work truck if you did want to tow more. Because in this current trim, I'll let it beep. In this current trim, this truck will tow, with a base engine, it will tow 3,500 pounds, which is not a lot. But if you wanted to tow more, you could step up to a different powertrain. I think it's around $1,800. So it does cost a bit of money, but you have that option if you wanted to tow 7,700 pounds, which you can with those higher output engines. You can definitely do it. So you just heard that. It kind of settles down after you started. One thing I don't like in the new Colorado is, well, so this is fine. And I have my brights and my wiper control right here in the stock, but they don't have any, there's no headlight control. So in order for me to do headlights, let me see here. There's camera, there's auto high beam. So I can actually operate my headlights through the screen. I'm not in love with that because I can't just jump in and flip a switch. I have to somehow power up the truck and then turn my lights on, which is not my favorite. But I do have my cameras. You can see 360 degrees are available in this truck. So they did pay special attention to a lot of the features, like park assist. Let me see this. You can kind of go through many of these options, including lights. You can do running lights, etc., etc. Or you can turn them off completely. So that's one way. That's not my favorite feature of it. I wish there was still a physical switch to operate it. But everything else, I think the seat, the way the truck actually, as far as headroom is concerned, the way it looks, I think it's a decent truck. So stay tuned for much more. Like I said, let me close up. Let me come out and close up. Like I said, this truck starts at about 31-ish thousand, just under 31,000. The four-wheel drive one you see here starts at around 34. And then, of course, you can put some options on this. Like this has a few options, like I just showed you. So for about 35,000, you can get a turbocharged crew cab, mid-size pickup. That's really good already. Oh, I forgot to show you one thing. Payload. Does it have a good payload? It's supposed to. Here, check this out. 1,420. Yeah, it does. I would say it's very competitive when you look at, of course, the Toyota Tacoma. When you look at Ford Ranger and many others, the payload is really competitive. And of course, if you got the mid-engine in this, the towing is near the top of the class. Really, it's tied with the Gladiator for towing in a four-wheel drive truck. So it's super capable. And like I said, within about 35 grand, maybe a little bit more, you can get yourself a brand new truck. Well, thank you for joining me. Check us out at oldtfl.com for everything automotive in one place. And then stay tuned because we also gonna have off-road reviews there. We're gonna have towing reviews of the new truck. So come back very soon. Thank you for joining me.